up verse 15, Jaykumarji. The second line, Yakshe Dasyami Modishye, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a typo. It says Modishya, and today when Maheshji said, you corrected and said it is Sandhi, and just asking what Sandhi is this? Modishye. I thought it was Atmanepadi word, so it is Modishye. I don't, or maybe it is Yakshe, so Modishye. But
So Odishye, so Ode, so Atmanepadi only it is. Correct. Atmanepadi. Odishye, I will enjoy. I will enjoy.
Bhavishyat
Odishye,
Kal. Okay.
great future. Odishye. And Odishye. And then what is the Sandhi that makes it?
Yeah,
Anybody?
Modishye.
What Sandhi it is? Bhagya. Modishye iti. That's a clue. Modishye iti.
A and E.
Is there a lopa there? Lopa?
So it's called Echoyavayavaha. Echoyavayava Sandhi. So what happens? Modishye iti will become Modishya iti. Modishya iti.
Echova Vayava Sandhi.
Echoyavayavaha. That is the Sandhi. There's some other names also it has. Sorry, this is not Echoyavayava. I'm very sorry.
This is Yantavanta.
It is this Yanta. It is just Yant Sandhi. Yant Sandhi.
Oh,
Yes.
Modish.
Yen Sandhi?
Iti. Modish iti. Yakara will come. Yakara will come. Then what happens? There is a rule that says that second yakara optionally can be dropped.
Ayantam.
So that optionality has been taken by Sri Krishna. Otherwise, you will have Modish Yayiti. Yayiti. It will be Yayiti. So,
Dhanyavadaha.
yeah.
Yantavanta is it's hard to understand.
Yeah. See, Ye iti. Ye iti. Yayiti. Yayiti. It should become Yayiti. So, how it should be. But most of the time, that Ya and Ba will be dropped. Optionally dropped. So therefore, you may be hard for you to recognize the Sandhi also. May be hard.
So it's Yantavanta Sandhi, Guruji?
Yeah, it is Jantavanta.
I think it's called Yantavanta.
Yeah, I think so. It is Jantavanta. That's good.
Yeah, go ahead, Mahesh.
On the sloka number 20, the first line, Asirim Yoni Mapanna Muda Janmani Janmani. That's what it's written. I thought we chanted as Janmani Ajanmani. No?
I didn't chant Ajanmani. I don't know if somebody
Okay. Okay. Somehow I thought I heard you say that. Okay. So it is Janmani one.
Janmani. Yeah.
Birth after birth.
Birth after birth. Why does it say Janmani? Why does it not say Janme?
Maybe again. I don't know. Just like again and again.
Again and again is fine. Correct. Janmani. Punaha. Again and again. Varshati. Meaning and raining. It's very a lot. So, correct. Janmani, again and again. You're right. But why it's not Janme? Why it is Janmani? Saptami should be Janme, no?
In Saptami. In
Rame is a Saptami. Rame. Vidyalaye. Why not Janme?
Isn't it Nakarata? Like
Correct.
Atman?
Correct. Like Atman, Atmani. You can't say Atme. There is no word called Atme. So Atmani. Janman Shabda gives becomes Prathama Vibhaktyam Ekavachane Janma. Janma, Janmani, Janmani. That's how it works. Like karma, karman, nakaranta, napumsakam will be what? Karma, karmani, karmani. Karma, karmani, karmani. Check it out. Is a nakaranta, napumsakalinga. Karman shabda. Atman also similar, but it's masculine. Atma, not Atma. Atma, Atmanau,
Atmanah.
Atmanaha, Atmanam, Atmanau, Atmanaha. Differences. Like
Sure.
Brahman, Brahma, Brahmaji, Brahma, Pullingam, Brahma, Brahmanau, Brahmanaha. The Brahmaji, Brahma, masculine. But what about Brahman, Napumsakam? This Nirgunam Brahma, Brahman, Brahma, Brahmani, Brahmani. Again, Brahma, Dvitiya Vibhakti. Brahma, Brahman, Brahmani, Brahmani. Anyway, that's why it says Janmani, Janmani.
But this is Saptami, no, Guruji?
Yeah, this is Saptami.
Ah,
What is the Prathama Vibhakti for Janma?
ah.
Janma, Haraprasad.
Jan,
Janma.
Prathama Vibhakti, Ekavachanam is Janma, and then
Yeah.
Dvitiya will be
Janmanau. Janmanau.
it's not Pullingam, so it can't be now. Janma, Janmani, Janma. So Janmani is only Saptami Ekavachanam. There is no other Janmani. Karmani, Karmanyevadhikaraste, Ma Paleshu Kadachana, Karmani, Saptami Ekavachanam. There it is Vishaya Saptami. With respect to karma, I have authority over action. Yes, respect. Karma, I have free will. But free will is not with respect to result. Like that he said there, right? Karmani. Same thing here. Janmani. Yeah, Swapna, go ahead. You had a question.
yes, yeah, Anirudhji pointed it out. So you said there are two results, right? The same verse 20th. Karma phala. So are you saying vasana is a part of karma phala? Is that what you said? Did I
Right.
understand that?
So generally we only say karma gives karma phala. That is what it is.
Correct. Yeah.
Karma gives karma phala. And say there is drishta phalam, adrishta phalam. Two things are there. Drishta phalam is whatever
Yes.
we experience at that moment. And so that's taken out. Karma phalam is the adrishtam is the punyam path. But then this punyam papam, punyam can also be in the form of a vasana, which impacts the karta right now. So the vasana can be recognized. Yeah, you know what? Somebody comes and says, "What is this? You're drinking 4 cups of coffee a day? I thought you never had coffee." Yeah, he can find out exactly why. He can tell you exactly why it is. I have come to this point because that vasana, constant vasana is there. It's also a result. Karma phalam only it is. See, if you argue it could be drishta phalam, why not? Why do you say it is adrishta phalam? Because if I can find out what caused this desire for coffee in me, it can even be called drishta phalam. but it's not drishta phala because that action is over. Drinking coffee is over. Long ago I drank coffee. So that vasana builds. And so it is said that vasana impacts the karta. The small aspect of karma phalam which impacts the karta is vasana. Rest of the karma phalam impacts the bhokta. Bhokta has to experience the karma phalam, only one part. The vasana is sometimes carved out of karma phalam. Carved out and said, you know what, this is going to impact the karta, the doer. My free will is now going to be impacted by this vasana. Vasana is going to fight against my free will. Fight against my free will if it is Ashubha Vasana. If it is Shubha Vasana, not a problem. Nice. So what I want to do and my Vasana are both together. Same thing. I want to go attend a talk. Means them Shubha Vasana. And so Vasana is something we have to develop. So what we do with children, often what we do is that we make them develop the Vasana for the right foods, for the right games, for the right friends, for the right values. You can't teach them values. No child can be taught values. You have to bring the vasana. You have to take them out. Look, there are so many people on the streets. Every week we should go and give them something. Oh yes, yes, we should give them something. Yeah. So nourish that desire. Go give them sandwiches or dosa. So vasana, that's all vasana because nothing is talked about. And the child has some sense and then you just nourish that sense. Vasana. Then that vasana becomes big. Children always vasana only. Karma phala is also there. Karma also decides how a child behaves. But a lot of things, vasana. That's why parenting is very important. Parenting gives children vasana.
That's why
Agree. Correct. But the karta and the bhokta are the same person.
Yeah, finally it is the same person.
Mm.
But karta is centered on the buddhi. Bhokta is centered on the mind. Experiencing. The mind experiences. But if you split the brain into two, buddhi and manas, right? Chittaha, mano, buddhi, ahankara, chittam. Correct?
Mhm.
Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, ninaham. So, you can split it into any number of pieces. And there they split it into four. Manaha. Sankalpa vikalpatmikam manaha tattvabodhaka. Buddhi, what is it? Chintana,
Nischayatmika buddhi.
Nischayatmika buddhi, that faculty, that part of the same mind only it is, which it is good at deciding what's right wrong. It's carved out from this mental faculty and called buddhi. Because we need to use the buddhi periodically. The Shastra wants to tap into that buddhi aspect of us. So buddhi is separated from mind. Mind is just doubting constantly, not sure, and experiencing. Chumma sit and experience. So mind good at experiencing. But buddhi will analyze the experience. Then ahankara, look at that. Ahankara also separated out. The I thought. That sense of I, that identity is separated out as ahankara. Then chittam, memory, etc. Memory, recollection. So therefore, if you ask, finally, in the final analysis, everything is the same. But before the final analysis, these things are all there. Karta is there, Bhokta is there, who are separate. Until, of course, we want to know that both are identical. But even when you know the truth, still there is a Karta and a Bhokta. When I am a doer, I am doing stuff. I have to decide and I have to do, I have to act, I have to deliberately I have to push things. When I'm experiencing, I just take things. Two different.
So the Shastra doesn't talk about the emotional mind.
Emotional. Yeah, bhoktritvam is all emotion.
Okay.
Bhokta means emotions also. See, normally, the problem in our discussion is generally kama, kama, we say, and then experiencing all these sensual pleasures. Now, motion is also part of it. Yeah,
The anger part, right? I think the emotion, it is natural. It comes, right? Anger is there, but I think the choice that we have, how to act on that anger, is what is being taught here, right? It,
correct.
the emotion itself, one cannot just stop, right? It happens, but what I do with that emotion is I have to exercise
Correct.
my buddhi there. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Which is what Shri Krishna had said in which loka? What you just said, where you don't have choice over what emotion is going to be there.
And
What is that?
I'm sure Meeraji will answer that question. She's the
Beautiful shloka.
Is it nahi kartum kshanamiti?
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात्. Okay, now stop there. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः. So this guy sees a lot of new things happening, and then suddenly he saw this thing, Bluetooth, and then people are using Bluetooth. I don't need a Bluetooth, but Dhyayato. And then he saw 2, 3 times and he saw this and it's very interesting. I could use it also when I'm driving. And so, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangas Teshu Upajayate. Upajayate means I keep on thinking, and then at some point, Sangha is born, he says. Krishna is saying, Sangha is born. Some connection. Now I'm literally connected. I know this object very well. Previously, I didn't even know it. Now I'm crystal clear about the form, the function, and everything. Sangas Teshu Upajayate. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. Now it is a binding desire. A binding desire has helped him. Now I feel incomplete without possessing this Bluetooth. Sanjayate, he says Jayate means after some time it's born. I keep thinking about it, then I get Sangha, Sangha is there, after some time Kama is after some time. Then what he says, Kamat Krodho la. Kamat la. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. Kama Krodho Vijayate.
Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Krodhat bhavati sammoha.
Look at this. Now look at this. Kamat Krodha Abhijayate. Have Kama, then the Krodha is kind of waiting. If Kama is not fulfilled, then Krodha will come. Like that he says. Then Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha. He doesn't say Krodha Jayate Sammoha. Doesn't say. Look at that. Jayato Vish Sangasteshu Upajayate, like that he says. Here he says Bhavati. The minute Krodha is there, Sammoha does not happen after some time. The minute Krodha is there, Moha, all these things will just automatically deluded right there at that moment of anger. And so there's no control. There's no control. Like that he says. So when you said we don't have any control over our emotions, you have some control. So the more you're aware of yourself, you begin to
Yeah, yeah. But
in general, no. In general.
when there is a direct relationship with binding desire, I get the connection of Krodha, coming from there. But there are sometimes the anger is, yeah, it could be injustice or somebody just being, you know, just wrong, and you have to stand up, and that anger comes, but how am I going to present that anger, right? That is I can hit that person, that's one choice, but so that's where I was, yeah, I get the desire part, yeah, I get that, yeah.
Right. That choice is up to us. There we have a lot of choice. But Krishna is saying there also you may not have choice. Krodhat bhavati sammoham. So even though when I'm confused, then I'll hit the person. I'll do things. I can do violent things that I normally would not have done because the mind is not available to think about what I should do. Therefore, it's a tough call.
Yeah, that's a dangerous.
It's a tough call. You have to catch anger as it arises. Better to catch it as it arises. Better because every second later it's going to become more difficult.
Yes. Dhanyawad.
Yeah. Vijayji, go ahead.
Hari Om, Guruji. So you mentioned about vasana affecting the karta, right? And karma phalam, the bhokta. So, but vasanas are also a part of the sukshma sharira which moves across, because some children also you see inborn with certain tendencies, right? They like maybe only spicy food, not the sweet or whatever. So those are also coming from earlier vasanas, right?
Correct.
So, karta meaning he need not be the karta in this janma, maybe in the previous, is it?
Yeah. So we are only focused on that which has an impact in our life now. We are not concerned about future life vasana, past life vasana. Saying vasana is something that can be created. Parents do create that vasana in children by exposing their children know nothing about where to go, what to study, nothing. Everything is brought to them by somebody else. Caregivers, parents. And so books, the right books to read, all games, mentally challenging games, they say. So like this, or you can have gun. They can be given gun also. So whether you'll give your gun to a child or whether you give some wooden blocks puzzles, I've seen those things. Very beautiful it is. And so like that. So that parents are inculcating a vasana.
And then
Those
that
are-
vasana carries forward.
Yeah, carries over. Carries over to a point where it becomes a value. Initially, it's not a value. Value is strong. I will not give up something. What may. That's a value. But vasana is a way to.
I know, but when I say carry forward or carry over to next janma also possible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's possible. It will happen. If the vasana is there, it will happen.
Dhanyawad.
Yeah, Ramuji, go ahead.
Regarding the values, you said you cannot be taught to the children. That's why we give when you give donations or when you give dhanam, when you take the children to the temples and all, we give the money to the our children, our sons and daughters, to give to who is deserving. Through their hands, we ask them to give with respect.
They have to act it out.
Yeah. So
Have
we
to
give
act.
them the money and ask them to give.
Correct.
Make it and make it a habit.
That's it.
Like Meera Narayanan did, make them do puja. You have to do. Ring the bell. Kada, 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 kada. Then some vasana will come. Do like this. Vasana. 3-4 times you have to do it. Then what will happen? One of the children will tell the parents, Mom, it's already 7 o'clock. You have not lit the lamp. That's called vasana. That vasana we want to get because we have no idea. No human being knows what is right or wrong. We have to learn everything from outside. We are utterly ignorant. Strong vasanas are there, the child will know what's right or wrong. Otherwise, a child will not know what's right.
Swami Chinmayananda used to say, man is the only dumbest creature which is born, and everything has to be taught to him. Whereas animals are born with all what is to be learned, what is to be known.
Amazing. Ironic. Amazing. I don't know what to say. Ironic it is.
Swami Chinmayananda used to say this.
The most intelligent being needs to be told what is right, what is wrong. Yeah, Vaidyaji, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to initially say something similar to what Ramuji said about, when we, I remember when I was a child, when I would go to the temple with my parents, they'll give me some money to put in the hundi. right? And I carried that on now, and then I give it to my daughter, for example, to do the same when she was young. So you try to carry on that. It's a thing that you're saying that, but you're expressing gratitude to Bhagwan at that point, right, for what you have. It's a small way of doing it. Yeah. Then the other comment I wanted to make is, I think we all, Pujya Swamiji used to say this, right, Jai Kumar ji, that dharma is a critical manifestation of Ishvara. And because dharma is a critical manifestation of Ishvara, we are all born with this sense of, what is right and what is wrong. We have a sense of dharma in us already, right? In the Samanya dharma I'm talking about. But so in that sense, we know what is right and what is wrong. But in a given situation, what is to be done, that might not be obvious.
So, two things.
Is that what? That's
All
my question.
all of you are parents, and all of you have had children. Did your children do exactly what is right and wrong right from the beginning? From day one? Answer is likely not. Likely not. And they had to be told so many things, including eating what is right. The child will simply put stuff, whatever is there on the floor, it will pick up, and the hand will only go. The only place where the hand goes is mouth. It's just stunning. It's amazing. Child just won't even look at it. It will just go to the mouth. That's it. The child has to be told that no, clean the hands, take this out. The child is wondering what's going on. So, okay, that's very basic. Then you go further out. Let's say the child is running around 3 years, 4 years old. Yeah, an innate sense of dharma has to be there. But it has to be invoked. It has to be invoked. Because the child will say, oh, I want all these ice creams. I want to eat two ice creams. Oh no, you have two, you should give one to your brother. All these things we say. Because the tendency is to just keep it. And occasionally the child will say, yeah, of course, I want to give it. But I'm saying that it seems to be taught. In general, there are a lot of things we don't know. And of course, as an adult also, there are situations which we won't know how to handle, for which we need advice. So it was.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. So yeah, in the context for adults, the Taittiriya Upanishad has that verse about aluksha dharmakar masuhu, etc., right? You approach somebody who knows, a knowledgeable person, to see what is to be done and what is not to be done.
Correct. So Vaidya is talking about towards the end of the Taittiriya Upanishad, it seems that student graduates. So just like when people graduation is valedictory, there is you invite a guest. The university invites a guest to talk, an inspirational speaker who gives advice to these new graduates. And so there also there is a talk given by the Acharya. You go out there, you're all Vedikas. People are going to look up to you. And there will be times when two acharyas are talking to each other, don't poke your nose in between. Let them just observe and learn from them. This is the kind of advice he's giving. Don't try to show off what you know. They're also, you know what they're talking about, but don't try to show off. Let them talk. Like that advice this acharya is giving. And then there will be times when you don't know what to do, and then you ask them. There are elders always available. They will tell you what to do. Like that, some advice is there. So Swapna, you're learning. You pick up that portion. You know the portion it is. Let me see. Since you're all learning to chant, yeah. Yeah, so this whole thing, If you look at Mantra Pushpam, page number 21, page number 21, go there, okay? Okay, last paragraph. Vedamanuchyacharyoonte vasinamanushaasti. Look at the title of that paragraph. What title is given? Shishya Anushasanam. शिष्य को थोड़ा लेक्चर देना चाहिए. That lecture is happening. That's what he's saying. Satyam vada. As though the guy doesn't know. No, you have to know. Satyam dharmam chara. Onwards it starts. Swadhyayan ma pramadaha. Don't say I know it all, therefore I won't chant anything today. No. Swadhyayanam has to be done every day. Acharya priyam dhanam arvitya prajatantum ma virachetsi. Acharya, you can give some dakshina to Acharya. Nothing wrong with that. You didn't earn anything, but once you start earning, you can give some money. Then prajatantum ma vyavachetsi. Have children also. Have children, he's saying. Don't be afraid. You get married and have children. Satyanna pramaditavyam, dharmanna pramaditavyam. Very good. Very important advice. Don't ever become indifferent to these things. Satyam, dharma, kushalanna pramaditavyam. Kushalam. Dharma has to be interpreted. So don't take dharma as absolute. Dharma is not absolute. The same situation comes later, you may have to do something different. So, kushalam, that is where kushalam is. Deva Pitir Karyabhyam, Matri Devo Bhava, Pitir Devo Bhava. All this is advice given to this. So that's what Vaidya is referring to. Acharya Devo Bhava. Then next, last paragraph. Ye tatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu yatha te tatra vartena, etc. So, tatra, you don't know where you're going to go. Wherever you go, you follow the norms of that society, that community. Don't push your, my acharya said this and all, you should not say. Ye tatra brahmana sammarshina. Those brahmanas, you follow their etiquette, their rules, their norms. And don't go there and say Vedas doesn't say this, say that. No, don't say. Just follow the norms. Anyway, that's that.
So what would that be, Jayakumarji? Meaning, when you say you follow the brahmanas there, give me an example, please.
See, karma, when you say, Veda is all about karma kanda. This is not talking about Upanishad. Karma kanda. Okay. So karma kanda vishaye, because it's karma, it's an action. There is suppose things, it's a ritual. Things have to be done. The minute you say things have to be done, then it's going to be different from different. Every person is going to do it differently. Every person is going to do it differently. And as you go from place to place, things, mantras also may be chanted differently. Or some mantras will be emphasized, some will not be emphasized. Some karmas will be emphasized, some karmas will not be emphasized. These variations are going to be there. Variations. Karma is like that. Karma means like variation, period. Only jnanam has no variation. Karma means variation. That's the advice he's giving here. You're going to hear things that may shock you. You may hear things. This is not the way to chant. It's okay. They are chanting. They have a lot of shraddha in it. Let them chant the way they chant. Don't say this swara, that swara, udata, udata. Don't give a lecture.
Just don't go there then.
No, you didn't say don't go there. You're going to be end up in situations. That's it. So, and even in India, north, south, chanting the way they chant is very different. But Shraddhavan labate jnanam. That's what it. Karmavan, etc. He doesn't say. Karmanushtanavan labate jnanam. He doesn't say. Krishna says Shraddhavan. That is important.
So they here in Krishna Vrindavana, before eating, no, they'll say Sahana Bhavatu. And every time I go, it will bother me. But I have not opened my mouth. So I did the right thing, na? So not
Yes.
opening my mouth.
Yes. You did the right thing.
Ishwar Kripa.
Okay. Pause with that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्री महाविष्णवे नमः.
धन्यवादः.